Alright, welcome to Hooked on You by Dead by Daylight Dating Sim. I figured it would just be better to just record this and have some fun with it. I just dyed my hair back to super green, so I'm feeling good. And yeah, let's get into it. New file. Nails. Let's go. Good music. Cough, cough, cough. You wake up on a beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat as you nearly drown. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to grasp for air. You have no memory of how you got there. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Cough, cough. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Who was that? Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An entity, if you catch my drift. Whoa now, Ocean. Sorry, Nails. May I continue? Please go on. Okay then. As I was... Cough, cough. As I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit, a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did it get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? Well, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What do you do? Let's dig it up. You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. A coin? There is no body, just a head. As you pick it up, flakes of sand fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotten tongue of this poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what was otherwise an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose. So you deposit it. Well, that's a nice coin you've got there. What if you were to spin it right now? I mean, what if it's like worth like a lot of money? Why not? Well, hello there. I'm Dwight. And I'm Claudette. We'll take that. Claudette quickly relieves you from the gold coin and tossed it to Dwight, who bites down on it like a old-timey Prosper before handing it back to her. And this. It's for you. Ooh. Claudette presents you with the tropical drink. I'm sorry, I'm trying the best I can. I am horrible at reading, so hopefully that's not a turn off. When you take a sip, you find it's incredible. Money well spent, in your estimation. But I gotta ask, Could someone maybe design the next one of these dating sims to be all and exclusive? It really takes some of the fun out of a fantasy vacation to be watching your wallet the entire time. Thank them for the delicious drink. This is suspicious. Spit that out. Thank them. Thanks for the drink. It's quite delicious. Here. Welcome. Did someone just thank us? Go with it, Dwight. It's normal to be thanked for a good job. Trust me on this one. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. What'll help, please? You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Oh. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magic aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race, curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers, I don't know. Not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? These are weird days. And then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at the monstrous lineup. Well, literal monsters. Sassy ass monsters though. What do you do? Kick it back. You swing your foot and awkwardly strike the volleyball, sending it bouncing across the sand towards hunters. It doesn't make it all the way. Everyone stares at you, silently observing your unsportsmanlike shame. They must be wondering, have you ever seen a volleyball before? That's surely what I'm wondering right now. It's not a soccer ball. Wait, why did I kick it? I should have just threw it. What a dork! You feel so awkward that you can barely see straight, but through the haze of your embarrassment, you catch a wraith looking at you from the corner of your eye. Huntress jogs the rest of the way to grab the volleyball, and they all turn and head back to the court. What's a lot of reading? Alone again, you look across the beach at this strange residence, who casually bat baseball or volleyball back and forth, halfway ignoring your intrusion into their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give that much away. But at the same time, damn, they looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared now, you were made for this. Well geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. It seems like you derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game by just showing up, nitwit. And I guess you're also a nitwit? Look, it's best just to go with that, Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I'll hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have flesh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. It's just as that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. I wouldn't be able to remember all the names for these. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? Sigh. That was Wraith. That sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? You know you can't. Oh, it's not yet. Oh yeah? Not yet. Hey Nose, you might want to, you know, say something. There will be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned. Answer quickly, and answer well. So the time quiz, and it will be very important later. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably in that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? I got low self-esteem. I never thought of myself as attractive. Whoa, watch it. That's bullshit. You're beautiful. You hear me? If you could ever have any superpower, what would it be? I don't know. I've seen someone play as or date the Huntress. I'm kind of leaning towards like the Wraith or Spirit. So I don't know. Maybe a Wraith would like this. Invisibility? Same. Although sometimes I think I already am. That was your best subject in school? Or what was your best subject in school? Skipping class. I was never good at math or history, but I'm a potato at math. History. Nice. It is important to know that what came before so that we know, so we are not doomed to repeat humanity's mistakes. I mean, we will anyways, right? It's late at night, I'm sorry. We will anyways, but still. What's your favorite animal? Okay, there's no owl on here, so... What the heck is a mustard? I have a cat, so let's say cat. Definitely cat. What? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm the typical cute goth girl, they have some specific love for all things cats? And more specifically, black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. What's your favorite color? 2-day-old corpse. Well, it's definitely not red. My favorite color is green, but we'll go with blue. Blue isn't good for productivity. Makes people want to be lazy. What's your dream job? At some point I kind of wanted to be an astronaut, but it would be pretty amazing to be an astronaut, I think. It's hard to imagine being farther away from anyone that's floating in space. The cold, inky vastness of nothing. Vastness of nothing? Forever? Best flavor of ice cream? Chocolate. My favorite flavor is plain. Same here. Mine is vanilla. Swirled with plain. Have they not had any ice cream? I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream. Am I right? Hold on a second, this reminds me. I am right, always. It's a lesson you should learn before you go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint ship. We're teaching lessons now. Narrator, you rascal, kill or be killed. It is the rule of the island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what is the best flavor of ice cream? The best flavor is mint chip. So, so obedient. I think you're gonna be just fine. Anywho, now that we know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, cutest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. So if you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. Nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and load up big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like Mustangs. I don't really hate Mustangs either. It's not worthy of my time. But the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering. And society is carefully calculated to why we keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Jeez, it's like she wants downright murder by society. She hates it so much. Oh, no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now. And that's almost exactly what happened. I am Huntress. I want these bummers get you down. There's a lot of fun to be had on this island. A land with lots of love. How about the best one? Yeah, there it is. If you know what I mean. Relax. Wrong body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just try to trail a fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog buddy. That's not nice. He's not nice. I'm trying to remember their voices. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's what she was. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, Ashley. For the first time, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on. Otherwise, we'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this true, and I do, they'll want to show off something enough, or soon enough. We're good playing. Let's go do something else instead. Wow. For once, I actually agree with the metalhead. Let's say we go to my yacht. It's a massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rose his eyes. Don't mind him. He just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of love. The way it's flaunted needlessly and cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? Find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? Can we exercise and have some fun as a group? Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? I like to relax for a second at the lounge. To kick our feet up, look out at the ocean, and relax with our own terms. Who else wants to anything? Who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on a hot day. It's the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the consistent grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in a quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living under their rules. I won't do it any longer. Yeah, we should probably give her a second to calm down. Hold on. Just for one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're their only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic music flourish. None of the other ones survived. Survived the interviews process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors as a capital S. These two have worked here long enough, so very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry, anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting on us to present you with options whenever possible, and just don't run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you can do is help us get off this Dwight! Yes, pardon me. Follow me, please. Please follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes? Something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. It seems like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true. He was. He just meant that he wants to get to another vacation island getaway. A couple of miles south of here, it has a much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, go off, or off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter mostly. When I agree with them, not like that the other island. So what it would be. Finally, freedom from the prosperous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial? That word, tone. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground. So no one believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. when I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap. And when that didn't work, I tried whining. And when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island. But it turns out I'm not the first who caused this kind of threats around the island. So thanks, I guess. I'm getting it. Forgetting it, I called it. Forgetting it called off. Are we threatened to end each other again? Ha 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 ha. Now it's the White who takes a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please, speak it quick. Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make your drink of your dreams. Hilarious, right? 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 Yeah, right. So, what will you be having? Scotch on the rocks. On a day like today, I could use something strong. Scotch on the rocks. Claudette uncorks a very expensive looking bottle of top shelf liquor and pours your glass. You enjoy. Who would drink that? It smells like kerosene. You need to embrace the burning. The burning? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I want you to embrace that. Burning is Wraith stifles a sob. No, I can't even think about it. Well then don't. Our strand won't back off. Weirdo. Come to think of it, strong, expensive. Better the longer you leave it locked in the basement. Scotch is the best. Trapper guzzles half of the bottle and burps. It'd be disgusting if it wasn't so. No, disgusting is exactly what it is. Since we fulfilled our request, it's time for you to return the favor. I should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time! I swear, I had known they'd pull this kind of box enthusiastic community building crap. I'd have suggested we attempted to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I set foot near this bar. You don't think it could be fun? Kinda fun? A little fun? Never mind, I hate it. This sucks. But it could be fine. Or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen him in a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities. I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cold fog beneath my served feet. The topic I choose is books, novels, comics, fictions or not. Reading is the only real escape from an inescapable horror of life. The escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on that response. They were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you. Yes, what's your desert island book? The one book you'd bring with you if you were like, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be classic horror. For some reason, that should be obvious. She means because this is an island of horror villains. And also these books are all in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years. So what's your favorite? Books, no thanks. Frankenstein, Dracula, Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. You know, I really enjoyed the story of Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. I've always felt like I had this other person living inside me. Dr. Jekyll and Hyde? Sounds like a fun one. I love a good story about friendship, but I can't read. Not because I'm dumb. I never actually learned to read because I was too busy learning to survive, with nothing more than my own strength and cunning. For some reason I didn't have a best friend that wasn't more than just a rock with a face I drawn on it in pure undried blood. Till we meet again, Rock Saint. Huntress looks out towards the horizon, and there's a moment of silence among the group. Well, will you tell me sometime? I might not be able to read books myself, but I love being read to. Especially when someone does all the voices. It's not really a story time about friendship exactly. And who cares, of course. I'll tell it to you. It's quite a thrilling tale. Not just anyone can pull off quality narration all the time. Take it from me. You don't even need to read. You could just make it up, and it should be fun. Sometimes when I find myself in an abandoned house, I like to look at the photos on the wall. I come up with little stories. We go with his pictures. It's a fun game we can put together. Abandoned house? Why are you in an abandoned house? Or why are they abandoned? Huntress giggles and gives you a playful little wink. I don't know. Usually when I find out folks who abandoned them, they're not in the mood to tell me much. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eye. Want to suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. Ooh, good idea. Trister? Isn't this a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello. And who is this new fan in waiting? Beat it, hack. I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle in our game? Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea, while also teasing the secret a Trister ending. I've got too much more things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Fiddle-oo. The rules are simple. Man, bring Trister back. First you spin, then you swap, spit, that is. But let's be clear, this isn't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view of the public eye. Real romantic way. Yes, romantic is the goal. But we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, waiting to listen and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. Like adults. Romantic. Well, adjusted adults. Now it's your up. You grip the bottle in your hand. You put your fate in the hands of this empty bottle gods. Minigame consists of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. And on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. This here upcoming minigame is a surprise, special minigame. Perfect for less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, it's your results. I suppose it doesn't stop you. I suppose it doesn't stop where you want it to. It's a bit like losing, and no one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready to play? Or would you like me to repeat that? We're ready. Ready. Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're going to smooch. Should we cover our eyes? You got Huntress. You two are meant to be. Psych. Yes, you have to spin it multiple times to get your real result. But first to get 3 times is your true match. That's how we play a hardcore spin. The bottle on his ear island. Now get your spin on. You got Wraith. You got Spirit. Huntress. No, I don't want the Trapper. I want the Wraith. Oh, give me the Wraith. I'll take Spirit. It's fine. Oh, wait a minute. That was second for her. There we go. We got Wraith. One more. It's so hard to... It's like a 50-50 at this point. Hey, we got Wraith. Wraith is your true match. Ooh. Just this morning, you were waking up on a strange beach, surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across the beach towel at Wraith, flesh in his eyes, sweat glistening on his skin. Your heart races, you can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Wraith takes you by the hand, and you sit face to face in a private section of the bar. He begins to research you, putting his hands on your shoulders. You're sweating. But not in the sweaty way he is. You're sweating in the gross way that you sweat in an interview for a job you've not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try and lock lips in this state, you might gross him out so quickly that he'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Wraith, we... Look, you're great, but also terrifying. Did you just steal your line? I want to be kissed by you, but, well, I'm maybe not even sure how. Is that sad? Great, now it looks sad. Well, if the tropical shorts fit, you make me happy to be around, I think. It's still so new, all of this. We can figure it out together. Really? You? Really? I'd like to get to know you, and you know, the kissing thing sounds great, in theory. I'm sure it doesn't sound, painful. So then, for now, Wraith reaches out and gives you a vigorous handshake. Where acquaintances go on friends, going on lovers? I'm sorry, for a handshake, by the way. Really? Truly. I hate to break up such a passionate moment. That we only assume that passionate because we never spy on you constantly while you stay on this island. The dinner is being served right away, and we must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation. Well, there are so many more interesting things to die from. What a way for them to butt in. Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall? A huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on a cable. The White and Claudette assure you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. Oh, great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trister. Oh yeah, Trister's here. Surprise? Yeah, well, they didn't call him. Inspector? I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers. And my whole stick gets a little frustrated. Hey there, you're looking good, Nails. Real good. How are you? And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously. Their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. They can't even fit everyone at the... Let me start over. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on the screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It's completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, the White and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them sit on the opposite of you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the end of their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, can we begin dinner? Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully, with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you were serving. What are we eating? It's meat, seasoned with a specific number of secret herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. It is good. It is murder. What you know, considering what you've been up to, who are you to get judgy now? I'm just shared facts. Oh, it's alright. And you just need to murder something to eat it? To eat its meat? So that's like technically true? Technically true is kind of best of true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey Nails, you thinking what I'm thinking? There's trying to be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't even seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delicate meal. Wow. He's right for a change. Because I am this broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear, it's like we're all completely different hysterical errors. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver, fast, powerful, and clean. That was just clean to where the meat is cooked. No blood. You two and your ridiculous biceps swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Also, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Odds. The hell it is. I'll show you both my katana and send you actually to hell if you like. Please stop, please. Hate when we fight, or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull. Azeroth. Right, instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey Nails, I don't know, this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to cover up Felix. I mean, dinner. Oh, we're eating Felix. Otherwise, we will go on hours. No Hope Bowl. No Hyper Bowl. They once argued over who had the most efficient weapons for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value of maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up the dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to go cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Minigame consists of 2 parts on top of a pointer. Okay. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer. Okay. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target island, or isle. Area, not the end. Okay, ready to play? Or would you like me to repeat that? Nope. Ready. Away we go. Slice. Perfect. Shh. You missed completely. Crap. Oh my gosh, it's getting faster. Got it. Whew. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embraced by being dead. We're all dead, right? This is obviously hell? I mean, come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting her mask. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mask stuff through there. Spirit, aren't you hungry? The best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's the only one thing. Think about it, Nails. Number 2. There's number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a special form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't even think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? This is gross, I'm sorry. Actually, it's not the food or the company. I'm just self-conscious how I would when I eat. I was just pretending to be grossed out by dinner, so I just have to excuse. So I have an excuse to not chew in front of everyone. Sorry if that made things awkward. I'm actually extremely hungry. Yeah, watching people eat is gross. I try to relax and not worry about what everyone else thinks. It is so important to always remember people are watching you, judging you. Definitely not ignoring you, right? Guys? Is anyone gonna listen to me? Typically a group that includes one, if not more cannibals staring at you with meat juice dripping from their chins would be quite scary. However, right now you're barely able to keep your head up, let alone get scared and run away. I'm a narrator, not a physician. So please don't take this as a medical advice, but I'm pretty sure you need to eat to stay alive. Oh hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator, Yocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. Brought you here, and I might be the only one that can help you now. There's only one thing you can do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise, others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were? Am I right? For this place holds many secrets. Even for itself. The one that truly matters to be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this Ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Alright, it is after 2 o'clock, so I'm gonna end it here. Hopefully you enjoyed, and bear with my lack of reading skills, but I will see you on the next one, and hope to see you there.